so this video is going to be really hard for me because it really hits home. It really hurts my heart to even talk about these things because, you know, honestly, you guys deserve to know what happened because everyone's going to be like, what happened between you and Chris? What's going on? Was it because of her? Was it because of this? Was it because of this? I thought you guys were best friends. And honestly, I just want to be open and real with you guys because I feel like there's a lot of fake shit going around, a lot of lies, and people will feed you whatever they want you to hear. And you know what? I'm not like that. And if you are following me, I hope you're following me because I am genuine and I am real. And I don't want to be this fake person. So basically, it all started when I met Chris a year ago. And we've been like really good friends ever since. And I've known that he's been obsessed with views and numbers and subscribers. Like literally, he had like, I don't know, probably like 60 or 70,000 subscribers at the time. And he started doing videos with me and he like loved it. Like every time we did a video, like he gained so many subscribers. So a lot of them were like gay content and like very me content, but he was loving it. He was eating it up. He was like, yes, subscribers, yes, numbers, yes, yes. I'm getting big on YouTube. I just want to beat my friend Luke Horns. And I was like, okay. So then he started doing these weird things like Twitter. So I just found out that a lot of YouTube people or a lot of internet personalities in general will be completely fake on Twitter. They'll like Google things. Like a lot of the times I'll like tweet out like lyrics to a song or something or how I'm feeling or something. But these people just make up shit. Like I was literally sitting next to him and he tweeted out something and I was like, oh my God, did that really happen? Like that was a nice tweet. And he was like, no, I just made it up. I'm trying to be relatable. And I'm like, well, why did you make it up? Why don't you just tweet out something real that people can relate to? Why do you have to like pretend something happened? And I'm like, you're kind of like fucking up with people's emotions. You're like using fake shit to get people to love you and get people to retweet you and get people to like your post or whatever. So he'll like literally sit there and be like, what am I gonna tweet? And then he'll make up stuff. And I guess a lot of people do it, but I like don't do that. I'm like, okay, so I guess a lot of people on the internet are fake. Wow. Shocker, surprise! There's fake people on the internet. Wow, okay. So anyway, so he started gaining a lot of followers and a lot of like things and blah, blah, blah. And there was this one video he did where he was crying and I learned that every time he cries, it's a fake cry. He fakes it. He has never literally cried on camera. When you see him crying, it's fake. I've watched him rub his eyes raw until they're really pink, and then he puts water in his eyes because he wanted to cry in the video. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was literally like sitting in his apartment like, is this what YouTube has become? Is this what I need to do to stay relevant? I need to sit there and I need a fake cry? And obviously, if you guys know me or know my channels, I cry all the fucking time. But that's because I'm a fucking emotional person and I cry a lot. And you know, people are always like, oh my God, he's fake crying. No, I don't fake cry. I cry. I'm a crier. And I don't think there's anything bad with being emotional, but I think there is something bad in faking it and pretending to cry just to get a rise out of people or get a certain response or get your video to get hundreds of thousands of views or become viral or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, wow. So then this is when it really like just hurt me so bad is he posted this one video where he pretended like it took him days or weeks or something to film. He literally changed his clothes. I know how YouTube works. I swear to you, he recorded it all within 30 minutes or a little bit longer because he does take a while. But he just changed his outfit, sat back down and pretended like, oh, this is difficult for me. Like, I've been trying to record this video for a while. And he basically went off and said that like he doesn't want to do sexual things anymore and he doesn't want to do this or that ever again. And I was like, wow, like he basically blamed me for him being so sexual and so blah, blah, blah. So then he like started to like get rid of all the videos that we had together and make them like black and change the titles and stuff. And he's like, I'm not gonna be this person anymore. And I was like, wow, okay, you could have like talked to me about that or whatever. And it was just painful because I knew that his cries were all fake and I was like, okay, I have to go and pretend like this doesn't hurt me and that I'm not in pain and that we're okay because honestly I love Chris and I love him as a friend and you know, if that's how he feels, that's how he feels. But whatever, like maybe he has changed. Maybe he doesn't want to be this overly sexual person. Okay, and then fucking Mackenzie comes along, his fucking girlfriend. Have not liked her from day one. Like, I can tell. I'm a really good judge of character, and she is a bad fucking egg. She is a bad person. Like, I've heard stories from her old friends that she just lies and makes up these stories and does this and that and this. And then he FaceTimes me with her and he goes, oh, we just made a sex tape. And I was like, okay, thought you weren't doing those sexual videos anymore. I thought you were gonna stay far away from that, and now you're faking a sex tape. Okay, all right. And then she's talking to me. They're both trying to talk to me and say, hey, Matt, is this going too far? Because there's one part of the video where she has her ass hanging out and she says that her ass looks amazing and that she should show a little clip of it or whatever and make people jealous, and like everyone will want to be Chris because her ass is really that amazing and blah blah blah. And honestly, all I said was, I'm like, okay, that is taking it too far. Like, I wouldn't even, I'm like, Chris, I wouldn't even post this. Like, I post some fucking crazy shit, like sexual shit, like just a whole bunch of shit. But faking a sex tape, I was like, I would not even go that far, and I would not show my girlfriend's naked ass, like, in this fake sex tape. So, moving on. So, that happens, and I was like, okay, cool, I guess he went back to how he used to be. All he cares about is views and this. And she kept feeding his mind, filled with all this fucking bullshit. Like, on 4th of July, I got a call when I was driving back from the little dog party in Malibu, and he's like talking to me, he's like, hey, I think this girl raped me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, I was there when you were with that girl before, the one he's with now. And I was like, I'm like, where is this all coming from? Like, what? Like, he's like, oh no, I've been talking to Mackenzie and like talking about like her, and he's trying to explain to me how Mackenzie somehow persuaded him that the girl that he used to be with has raped him, sorry. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I want nothing to do with this. Honestly, like, I know what happened, and I don't think it was rape, and I don't think that you should do that, because there are real rape victims out there. There are people that get raped. And he was just like, yeah, but like, you never hear a guy getting raped by a girl, so it's gonna be so relatable and it's gonna get so many views. And I'm just like, yeah, but this is like crossing the line. Like, there's this line that is on YouTube, and then you're crossing it, and I get really fucking close to that line, but I don't cross it, because there's real life problems. Rape is a serious thing. There are victims out there that it's real. It's real. So it's like you're making rape into entertainment. Like, you're taking rape and making money off of it. So I thought he was gonna film that video, and I was like, oh my fucking god, he is gonna get so much hell. I try to stay out of it as much as I can. I'm like, no, I don't want anything to do with this. But then he showed me a clip of the fighting video, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, Chris, what happened? And he was like, oh no, it's not real or whatever, like it's all fake and planned. And I was like, okay. I was like, so you had a fake fight with your actor? Like, basically the guy is an actor and he's pretending to be her ex-boyfriend. I mean, if you need all the receipts, if you need all that fucking shit, Damon Fizzy has it all. Like, literally, like, he can show you all the truth. Like, if you do a little digging, you can find it, all of this. But I'm just telling you how I feel about it. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't think this is a good idea, and I don't want to have anything to do with it. I'm like, okay, you might get a lot of views, but it's really not for the right thing. So he posts it, and then there's this huge backlash, and like, Damon starts calling him out, D-Fizzy starts calling Chris out that it is fake and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, oh my fucking god, I'm like stuck in the middle of this drama, and they're both feeding me like, they're like obviously, like, the whole thing was blown out of proportion. And then I was like, well, honestly, if I were to have to pick a side, Damon's right, because you shouldn't have to fake an assault. There's people getting assaulted every day. There's real victims out there, and you're just turning it into entertainment. And I just don't appreciate that. And then Chris even said that he was gaining followers from this whole drama on Twitter, and I was like, what? Is that all you care about? Like, fucking followers? Like, yes, look at you, woohoo! He kept talking about how he was gonna hit 1 million subscribers soon. I was like, okay, if that is gonna help you sleep at night, I would never, ever be able to live my life knowing that I'm just sitting there lying to people and making money off of it, faking things that are real life problems. So that started blowing out of proportion, and then so Chris just kept lying to me, and I just hate, like, if you're gonna be my friend, be a loyal friend and be an honest friend. Don't fucking lie to me. Don't fucking lie to me. And it just started pissing me off more and more, because even when he said, I'm going to Wisconsin or whatever, like, I was trying to hang out with him and he was like too busy. He was going to Wisconsin. I was like, okay. I was like, this is weird. I'm like, is Mackenzie going? And then he awkwardly says no. And after I have learned him, like, I've been his friend so long that I can tell when he was lying, and I was like, no, he's lying. So I go on Twitter and today or yesterday, and he was like talking about how, like, oh my god, Mackenzie is surprising him, it's so cute and romantic and blah blah blah. And I was just like, yeah, okay, like that was not fucking planned, like, excuse me. And then he makes me look like this goddamn awful person. Of course he deletes all his tweets after, but he makes me look like I'm like some bad guy and that I'm doing bad. I'm like, how am I the bad guy? This bitch made you do a sex tape, made you fake an assault, and then you posted a video. Oh, his apology video was it was an apology, and also about, I forgot what he named it, but he toned it down because I guess I had a lot of influence. Thank God he didn't call it like I was raped. Heaven forbid, like, oh my god. But, so he ended up deleting that video too because of all the drama, because people were finding out. They're like, no, this didn't actually happen. You're literally just using this as entertainment for fucking views. So anyway, so I just blew up on Twitter, and I was like just not having it, and I was so fucking pissed, and he was making me seem like a piece of shit, and I'm like, I'm not the piece of shit, she is, and she's motivating you to be this person that I don't even know. I'm like, I don't even know you anymore, Chris. Who are you? This fucking person, the person that all they care about is views, they don't care about their friends, they don't care about this and that. I don't want to be part of that. I don't want to be part of this fucking situation. Sorry, I'm just like, but anyway, I just wanted to kind of vent and like talk about it and like let you know of what's going on and what's happening and why I'm not friends with Chris anymore, because I just think that Mackenzie girl is a really bad influence, and I just don't think they belong together, and I think that she is a bad influence for him, and I believe that there is goodness inside of Chris, and Chris is actually not that bad of a person. He just is a little obsessed with views and becoming popular, which is fine. You know, there's the healthy obsession, and then there's the like, it's controlling my life obsession, where you're willing to hurt your friends or fake things in order to get on top, and that's where I'm just like, no, I don't want any say in this, and I feel like now I'm just turning into a broken record. But thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, every time you don't subscribe, a gay baby turns straight. Ah! Do it for the gabies! I'll see you guys next Sunday, and hopefully it'll be more upbeat and funny and not so serious. Alright, bless you guys. Bye! Blue! I want a fucking blue, and if I want a blue, give me the fucking blue! So she made it blue, so now it's blue. So okay, so the blue one is made up out of Ice Passion Tango tea with no water,